Right, take two. Hello, my name's Maria, and I've got a florist in Ilchester called Just Maria. Um, I thought I'd share this little video with you because many of you may or may not know that on Sunday the 10th is National Garden Day, and it's where we celebrate all things gardening, whether it be a huge garden, an allotment, window boxes, or just pot plants, or you just love flowers and have flowers in your home. So to help mark the occasion, I thought I would show you quickly and easily how to make a flower crown. I'm going to keep it very simple and purposely not use anything that I would normally use in the florist trade, because I'm aware that most people wouldn't have those sort of things in their home, and you probably won't find them very easy to get hold of at the moment. So you could use string, you could use raffia. I'm going to use wool because I think a lot of people will have wool or string in their home, and I've actually put 3 pieces together and knotted them at the point where I want the flowers to end, so that I've got some tying off points on there. Now you could use a nice piece of ribbon if you've got any ribbon. I started one just to show you that you would do the same thing with the ribbon, and I used wool just to secure the foliage and the flowers onto there. So I'm trying to keep this simple because I'm hoping that children will be able to do this with the help of mums and dads, of course. If you're not lucky enough to have a garden, when you're out on your social walks, maybe you could pick some lovely things from the hedgerows, such as buttercups, and there's all sorts of lovely things, cow parsley, anything that you can see or get hold of you could use. Right, I have tied this piece of string just the other side of the knot so that it's got no chance of sliding down the wall and coming undone. So I'm going to quickly crack on so that you don't get bored and we don't run out of video time. So this is a Hebe that I've managed to get hold of, and some Daphne. So I'm going to bunch those together. You really don't have to be too fussy. Let's just secure that. So we're going to wrap the string around there, because I've got this massive ball of string. It's going to make it a little bit more awkward, but we can get there. And I would actually like to mention that when we are making flower crowns for weddings and occasions such as, then we would have to, it would be a lot more intricate. We'd have to wire every little piece because we have to make sure that this is going to stay in place, and it would have a long day to stay looking fresh. So as we go round, working down the length of the wool, every now and again it wouldn't hurt to thread it back through itself, like as if you were finishing off stitching something, and that will help just to secure it, to make sure that nothing slides out. So you don't have to worry also about cutting off all the leaves at the bottom, because that will actually help to fill the garland up nicely as we go along, and it'll add to the density of the garland. Now if you don't want a great big thick flower crown, although I don't know why you wouldn't, because let's just do it and show off, that's what I say, you can make it more wispy if that's what you prefer. I've actually also picked some rosemary here because I absolutely love rosemary. It smells gorgeous. You could use lavender if you're lucky to have any lavender around. Also got some buttercups, which I thought would be quite nice to use because we can all get hold of those. Put those in there. Now then, as we go along, we don't want these great big stems, so we're going to snip those off. else have we got here? All sorts of foliages. Anything and everything. This is great fun. I'm sure all you mums and dads would enjoy doing this with the children. And then you can show them off. Sorry about that, that's just come undone. So that's another reason why it's a good idea to tie these things off as you go, because as you can see, that's just become loose there. And I'm trying to go too fast. Now, you don't have to rush this like I am. You have all day to make it. I'm hoping my grandchildren might get to see this and that they'll make a flower crown and send me a picture. Right, let's go round here. I've got a little audience called Owl over here. He's not behaving himself very well. There's nothing new there. I'm going to throw my ball of wool at him in a minute. Right, let's have a look. Let's just keep going. Bundle this around here. This beautiful golden leaf shrub that I'm using, with lovely scented flowers, is a Philadelphus, and it smells heavenly. That's it. A bit more Daphne and some mint. You can use mint as well. Unfortunately, the mint was a last minute thing I picked, so I haven't given it a drink. Ideally, when you're going to do this, if you can pick your foliage an hour or so before you do it, even longer if you can, and give it a good old drink, that's what we call conditioning the flowers, which means that all these woody stems that you get, which often fade as soon as you cut them, if you give them a nice drink, which we call conditioning, then you'll find that they last a lot longer. And indeed, anyway, when you've made your flower crown, you can spritz it with some water to keep it going, or you could hang it up and dry it. And most things will dry quite easily and naturally, especially in this wonderful weather. It might start to look a bit limp to start with when you start drying, but it will look lovely once it's totally dry. I'm still working down the length of this. Snip a bit of that off. The length of my wool. Just bear with me, I'm going as quick as I can. And as I said earlier, you don't have to rush it like I am. Just take your time and have fun with it. And in fact, my flower crown is probably going to go almost right to the back of my head, but you could make it so that it just comes across the front if you prefer. How are we doing? Not got too far to go now. I've got a bit of borage here. Not Boris, a bit of borage. I hope you can see what I'm doing. It is in fact looking like a garland, which is very much about the same sort of thing, because you're building up a lovely collection of flowers here. I'm going to overlap some of those. A bit more Philadelphus. And some more Hebe. Just having a quick look down in my buckets. I've got some more lovely things down there. Yeah, and please don't be put off if you haven't got loads of different things, because you don't need anything in particular anything and everything is nice to use. Even ivy, if you're an ivy lover, ivy's beautiful as a garland. Just snip those bits off. And along here. Just secure those onto there. We're nearly there actually. So when I've done this, if I'm quite happy to have any feedback on it, and if you're interested in me doing any other demonstrations, hand tied posies or anything really, I'm quite happy to give it a go. I'm not used to doing this live thing, but hey, get used to it. Right, let's I'm going to end it there so that I don't get everybody too bored. We can snip the ends off. You have to tie that off nicely there. Actually, I did it very quick. That was really naughty of me because I should have shown you what I was doing. But just knot the string or wire, whatever you use. If you happen to use wire, just make sure you tuck it back in so that you're not going to stab yourself in the head. And then snip those off there. Right, let's see. Hopefully I shall put this on. And how's that looking now? Yeah. Right, you'll probably have to get Mum or Dad to tie this on for you. There, how's that? So you have a flower garland. Now if you use ribbons, obviously it'll look pretty. You can leave the ribbons hanging down the back, and you can make it as simple or as flamboyant as you wish. I've got this gorgeous peony that I want to just quickly show you. It was a coral shade, and when it opens up it's beautiful, and I can't remember that it was Coral Surprise, I think. I'd love to, I'll tell you what the proper name is of this, but this would be crazy, wouldn't it, if I was to put this in there. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that and you found it easy to follow. Okay, bye.